I sign up for this
serious?
shit?
Because you have nothing else better to do with your life on a Friday night?
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
That's about right for me too.
So, our adventure begins. Oh boy, here we go. Our adventure begins in the year 2000 from the human exodus of Earth. You all have been brought to Terminus Station via a message that you received from a anonymous email on the galactic net. But all of you came, on your own. However you made your way here, and you've been here for a few days. Email specified to meet at a small bistro on the Terminus Station, and then from there that you would receive more information on where to go. So, this bistro is kind of more of like it's kind of one of those where, you have alcohol. There's a bar side and there's also a restaurant side. So, who wants to go first? Yes, pub and grill. There you go. Who wants to be the first one to...
I feel like we should mention that you guys are starting in your individual cabins.
Yes. Yes, or locations.
Wherever you've been staying for the past couple of days.
Yes.
There you go.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Yes.
Not it.
It.
So many.
Minnie had such a fucking delayed response.
He was eating something, wasn't he?
Fuck
I was
yeah, I know
coughing.
that perfectly. You're welcome, Lottie.
Fuck.
All I heard was him say it. I'm pretty
That's-
sure there was an SH in front of that.
I like how too Bilotti, like as soon as I said not it, was like a half second behind me on the response.
Alright, Minnie, what you doing?
All right.
What are you doing, Minnie?
Being big.
Well, I'm gonna unplug myself from my charging station.
Okay.
I take it. So we're all in our individual rooms, right?
Yeah, so where you've been staying, you all received, just kind of information, I guess, a little more backstory. Y'all received board at like a local hotel on the station. It was like a block or two from where your meetup was supposed to be with your new prospective employer. So you all received rooms fitting of your status as a being. So sadly for you, Minnie, your character probably got a closet with a charging station. That's probably about it.
Not even a charging station, just an electrical outlet.
He's content with that. He's happy.
I mean, Lottie's not wrong. That's exactly what you got.
Efficiency at its finest. Oh, I need to do the voice thing. Oh, fuck it.
Don't worry about the voice
Efficiency at
thing,
its
please.
finest.
Oh.
All right. Well, since there's nothing for me to do in my room, I'm gonna go exploring.
Okay, so you want to describe your character, Minnie?
Oh, I didn't know.
What does your characters look like?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So, full Android. So basically, it's a full machine look to it. No other components to even like try and hide it. No flesh components, nothing. Just complete and total metal-bodied exterior. And I don't know, can they see the Roll20 sheet?
No.
I got the picture up for Roll20 sheet. I don't know how to...
If you want a link that just copy her, I can post it for you. I will post it in the TeamSpat Kids.
Okay.
So, that is what he looks like.
Human-sized height? Not really too much more, unless we're also doing like the minimal backstory kind of thing now here as well.
Nope, just describe who you are and what you're doing, or what you want to do.
Yep, so that's my description. And I'm going to walk out of my room and take a right.
All right. What you said you want to explore and look around?
Mm-hmm. Get a layout. If
What do you want to?
basically start mapping the halls.
You liked? Okay. Would you like to roll me a perception check?
Alrighty. Okay, let's see. I rolled 12.
What'd you roll, Minnie?
I rolled a 12.
12. Is that with your bonuses?
Yep.
Make sure you add everything in. Okay.
I think so, at least.
It's pretty. I'll go ahead and just here we go. So, and this is going to be kind of the overall description for Terminus as well. So, Terminus Station, this is the hub for basically all civilized life across the sector. It's large, spanning from tip to tip. It's a very long. I'll give you guys a picture to kind of get an idea. I was prepared for this, and where did it? Anyway, I'll get a picture here in a second. But this station is orbiting a star. It's in terms of a regional, it's about where Venus would be in relation to our solar system. It's about the distance from the sun, so it's not like right. It's my eyes are burning range. It's quite large. From tip to tip, it's about 75 kilometers from just in length, with a circumference probably 15 to 20 in terms of cross. That's what that looks like, by the way, in the there. Kind of that shape. It's a lot larger. The population on Terminus is about 1.2 million plus whatever's coming through every day. As you look around, character many, it's very busy. It's about station time. It's probably a little bit after noon on the station. So a lot of places are busy with lunch. Humans, you see all kinds of races just mixing around, and it's very busy. Think New York, something like that, where there's just a lot of activity going on.
All right.
You guys are in one of the upper rings. You guys aren't. There's multiple rings on this, not just the two. There'll be a couple more due to the length, but those rings are what they have for their docking stations and stuff for bigger ships and trading and stuff like that. So you're on one of the smaller ones. You're not one on the big ones that deal with like the cargo and stuff like that for the station.
All right. I assume this ring is more of not the docking thing, so kind of shops.
It's not the industrial area. It's more of like the commercial, commerce people. And this isn't like the rich one either. Like they're subject. They're segmented into like each ring on the commerce side is like, this is where you spend lots of your money and stuff like that. So you guys are on the one that's not like the slums, but you guys aren't the ones that are super rich either.
Walmart.
So yeah, basically. So you kind of figure out it's like Walmart or Target.
All right.
But not Dollar General, and that's what's important.
Not Dollar General, yes.
Whoa.
Dollar General's about 5 of.
Dollar General is for poor people, Hallsworth.
No. I use
you
Dollar
shop at
General all the
Hallsworth is a poor
time.
Yeah, because you're poor, Hallsworth.
Wow.
Jeez,
Rude.
And
got a point.
he also works in a place where there's probably a silly store that they have, to be honest.
Actually, you know what? Thank you. There is a single regular grocery store 10 minutes from the station I work at.
Is it a Kroger?
No, it's not. It is actually a single, own person grocery store.
Oh, yeah, so it's the poor grocery store.
Okay,
Oh,
go
the
fuck
local
yourself,
fisherman.
Lottie. All right.
Anyway,
Now, just
Minnie,
because Dollar
what do you-
General is the only thing actually in Racine.
Okay, back on track.
Halsworth, back on track. Minnie, come on.
All right.
What you doing?
I
Got the scene.
don't really have too much I need to buy, nor do I have any money to buy it with. So I'm gonna make my way to the meetup point that was specified in the email.
Oh, Minnie, by the way, as you're walking from your charger in a closet, basically, over to the pub/restaurant, you do get a lot of very quizzical looks of why is there a robot running around by itself on this level?
Periodically, every, I'd say, 5 minutes or so, or I guess, how long is the trip from my start point to my end point?
It's blocked, so it's like 3 or 4 minutes, maybe.
All right, so
It
about every
depends on how
minute,
long you take. Yeah.
every minute from while I'm in transit from point A to point B, I'm just going to, not yell, but just voice out loud, must run errands for master.
Okay. And do you say that when you're running into the pub?
Yep.
Okay, so you
Master
walk into
needs
the pub
alcohol.
and you see everybody in. You walk in and you see the people working, and it's not one of those where they come and serve you. It's like the best way to describe it is like it's like a you go get a buffet or a place where you, like a Subway or something like that where they have like the line part where you go through and you like order it and they build your food for you,
It's a
or you just grab your
cafeteria
food. It's
of a
cafeteria
setup.
kind of thing, yeah.
Okay.
And then they have the bar kind of off separate from that. But you notice it's quite busy, and you kind of walk in and see there's a line, and everybody, as you kind of say that, turns around to look at you like, what?
Not even phased by it. I'm just going to go sit down at one of the seats.
Okay, so you're just not even staying in line. Okay, like everybody just kind of watches you, and then they like that awkward pause in the restaurant when something happens, like hey, a plate breaks or something, and just kind of that eerie silence, and everybody's just kind of
Music
staring.
stops.
Yep.
On the
And
front of my basically face will be just a scrolling LED screen, errands.
okay,
And he's just going to sit
All
down
right.
and wait.
all right. Who wants to go next?
Who is Halsworth?
Oh, he had that prepared.
Allsworth.
Yes.
What you doing?
Describe yourself and where you're coming from, please.
All right. Well, you're basically gonna see about a 5'10", 5'11" human wearing what you guys would recognize as just normal second skin armor. Just kind of a different shades of black and gray. It looks more like a if you guys know what fucking urban multicam looks like.
Yeah.
Like the black color.
Yeah.
It's basically that color scheme for the armor, just a bit of a camo pattern to it, just to help with all that.
Just go with Urban Tea, bro.
No,
It's more
I'm not
Chad.
wearing.
This is the most Chad camouflage.
No. Anyway, it's basically just wearing that. Just gonna be kind of exploring, for lack of a better term.
Okay, and you kind of say this. You see the same thing that Minnie did with his character. It's very busy. Lunchtime, just a little bit before the main or after the main rush, but it's still quite busy. And you arrive to where the location that was specified in your message has told you to meet.
Okay.
Key difference is you weren't getting weird looks. People aren't
No,
really paying
you're
you
not.
any mind.
other than maybe the couple of like, why is he wearing tactical armor in this part of the station? But whatever. It's not the very
The
very
fuck? Well, that,
yeah
That
yeah
Minnie's
that Minnie
getting.
got.
I'm just kind of, hey, it's another person.
Yep.
That's cool. On the hip, you'd see what looks to be a really weird kind of looking, almost injector launcher kind of tool. And that'd be it. Is anyone around? If anyone's like looking really close, I guess you might see the occasional shimmers of movement, almost like there's something crawling around parts of the armor.
hey, somebody needs to take a shower.
You walk
I guess-
into the pub.
Mhm.
And you see the robot literally sitting at the table by itself, and by the time you walk in, like the 3 other tables around his table have been cleared out at that point, and there's like nobody there.
There's people waiting to sit down, but
Yeah,
You'll sit
there's
there.
just nobody.
I'm just
sitting
gonna
there.
kind of look at the group as a whole, and I'm assuming they're talking about Minnie, right?
Yeah, it's Minnie sitting
I'm just
sitting by
gonna
itself at
kinda-
the table waiting.
Kind of look around the group. There's gonna be a somewhat audible sigh, look of disappointment at basically all of humanity, and then I'm gonna walk over and sit down at the table with the robot.
Not the empty
Okay.
ones around him?
Nope, the table with the robot.
At this,
that
I will.
definitely. I was
I
just gonna
will
say
offer
that
greetings.
definitely earns you a few odd looks.
Yeah.
People that give me
Go
any
ahead,
odd
Minnie.
looks are just gonna kind of get stared down back until they
One
look
of them,
away
like
out
this
of
lady's like
awkwardness.
was gonna spot like there's this lady is like staring at you, is like was about to speak up, and then you kind of give her that look, and she just kind of, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. He just kind of looks away and just storms
Nice
off.
move, lady.
She almost Karen'd, but she didn't.
Yeah, she thought about it. Thought about it.
Okay,
But go ahead.
sorry
Minnie.
about that, Minnie. We just had to inject that.
Oh, that's fine. So at that, as soon as I see him sit, I will just say greetings.
Hello. Just waiting on somebody here, or just hanging out?
Received email at place of designated.
He's struggling
Good
so
job,
hard.
Minnie.
Let's retcon that a little bit. You want to try again, Minnie?
Yeah, let me
Kick it
try
out
that again.
first.
Let's rewind the clock about 15 seconds.
Think
You just
before you
literally
roll
Notice
by
in
as
the
it's rewinding.
FAT? Rewind
So
the tape.
you notice that he starts to say something and then stops, like halfway through the sentence. Go ahead, Minnie.
Error in processing must fix later. This is the point of email.
Medivh.
What?
Go ahead.
This is the designation of email communication waiting for unknown person.
Gotcha, so you're just kind of waiting for that person then?
Affirmative. Cover
Anything
story
else?
is errands.
I see.
Did I say that out loud?
Pretty much.
He
Oh,
doesn't even
boy.
like. He says that out loud. He doesn't even like reduce the audio volume. He just says it. At this point, he's basically figured out that no one believes him.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you guys sit there and kind of. Do you get anything with your character, Halsworth?
Yeah, I'll just kind of order a drink. It's gonna remain relatively untouched, but I'll just order a beer just to have one.
Oh, okay. All right. Sitting with the robot, drinking beer.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
This
whatever
will be a
small
nice
shot comes
casual
up is what
day.
comes up. Just kind of sitting and talking with the. I mean, look, it's a robot. Clearly is intelligent enough to walk in here and have a conversation, so I don't get what everyone's all upset about.
All right. Well, if that's you for now, Hey, Bilotti.
Alright, Bilotti.
Not
You're
it.
up, buddy.
What are you doing?
You're up.
I don't think that works, Bilotti.
It's worth a shot. So I'm starting in my room in the flop house. I'll go ahead and pack all my kit. Sling my rifle unloaded because, you know, civilian station. I don't want it to
Yeah,
go through a wall.
The Terminus guards are notorious for being very, very hardcore in their enforcement. So yeah, you don't want to walk around with loaded weapons.
Yeah, no, magazine's
Too often.
clearly out.
Okay.
Although the rifle is definitely too big to really hide anywhere, so it's just, what's the point? I'll just keep it slung over my back. I'll make my way. I'll just beeline right for the meetup location.
Okay. Again, still quite busy. You walk through. People aren't really like looking at you; they're looking at what's on your back because that rifle you have is quite large and it looks quite terrifying when it's like slung up and everything. And you know, nobody really has seen sniper rifles like that too often, especially on the station because that's very specialized. So it looks you're getting those looks of like, okay, this guy's just open carrying a sniper rifle at the station. Cool.
Yeah, MBD.
I'll-
I'm
any-
just gonna go over here now.
You know, any like really intense looks that I get, I'll tap the brim of my boonie hat and give a disarming grin.
Disarming grin. Yeah, he's gonna disarm you, all right.
No, like, well, yeah, if I hit you in the arm, that'd probably happen. But that's not what I meant. You know, the odd mumbled, "How you doing?" That sort of thing.
How you doing there,
As you're walking to,
More
how
or
you
less.
doing?
How
How
you
So-
doing there, neighbor? How you doing?
Unironic Texan. He has like unironically has a Texan accent, so
Jesus fucking
Why?
No.
Well, he was-
y'all.
Why did
Howdy,
you let him
y'all.
do this?
not that bad.
Who agreed to this? Who was dumb enough to agree to give Bloody that power?
Now look,
I
here, son.
was.
I don't need any of your lip.
Could have known this would be a thing.
So, you walked in. You walk into the pub too. Again, you get looks of like, why does that dude have a sniper rifle in the middle of the civilian station
We're the most
in
obvious
the
group.
restaurant? What during lunchtime? This is super obvious. What the heck? Like you see some businessman with his briefcase, kind of like, well, excuse me, sir. Get out of your way, and he just kind of sidesteps you and like walks outside.
No, not even like
Does-
I'll apologize for even, you know, him being in my way. Just, you know, very polite, very.
Sorry,
pardon
eh?
me, sir. Don't. No need to trouble yourself there, sir. I'll step around. I'll go ahead and let him pass.
He just like you see him kind of get this worried look on his face, like if you two watching from the table. You just kind of like this guy's about to rob this restaurant for some reason. I have a feeling. I don't know why, so I'm gonna leave.
We're
You
about
just
to get
kinda,
fucking
like-
space cops called on all of us. It's not even day one.
And you see this guy with his briefcase just like look as you walked in, and he just like runs down the street and just disappears. Like I'm not being anywhere near this when this goes south.
Cops will be called in about 5 minutes.
Plot twist, it's a briefcase bomb. We actually
And,
saved the
don't
restaurant.
say that out loud. Lottie, you look
Um,
around and you see the human and the robot sitting at the table with nobody else sitting around them.
I'll
And once again, there is still people waiting to sit somewhere,
Yes,
but there is nobody
there
sitting
is.
near them.
That
I'll
is
head
correct.
I'll head up to the counter and
Okay.
ask whatever staff member happens to be back there. Pardon me, sir. Would you like me to check my rifle, or am I alright to have it?
Oh my god, why do you have that thing?
Just about to be leaving the station and didn't want to have to go back to my room.
just, just go sit down. Just go. Just go sit down.
Oh, can I order a beer first?
He just kind of very nervously
Looks around, he's like
Paul
looking
picks
for
up
his
a glass.
manager, and you see the manager come out, and he's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
Sure?"
And, like, meanwhile,
He
this
just
guy's
sees the
just,
rifle.
meanwhile, this guy's vibrating, holding this glass up to the tap, very carefully filling it.
Just a beer stick.
I'll
And he
chuckle
just-
and grin at him.
And he just sets the beer on the counter and just take it. Go sit down, please.
Mighty neighborly of you, thank you.
Oh, we're about to have.
And
a
then
cop show up in a minute.
the manager's like watching this, and then he's like, "Are you okay?" And you hear him like talking back and forth about how he's super uncomfortable about a dude with a gun in the restaurant kind of thing, and
Fucking
the
liberals.
Jesus.
face liberals.
I like how nobody said anything about the fucking weird thing on my hip then too.
They don't know what it is. Like that's they have no idea probably what it is.
This, however,
And
clearly a
and
fucking
besides
sniper
the
rifle.
difference, the difference between, like maybe somebody carrying a sidearm and a giant fucking rifle.
Yeah.
It's
And, like,
I
his
am,
thing,
notice-
like,
I am
just-
notably not
Just
carrying a sidearm.
Just for reference, his sniper rifle is about the size of the Barrett.
Oh God,
So this
Bloody,
thing's
why?
fucking huge. Yeah.
So you can kind of see why
So-
somebody
Yeah,
might be
it
a
makes
little...
more sense now why everyone would have a small heart attack
Yeah,
when he walks into the
it's
fucking
about the
bar.
size of a Barrett. It's that big. It's that
not
big,
that
Bloody.
big.
It's that big. It's the size of a Barrett.
The
Why did we let
the
him
guy
get
who
this again?
poured you the beer, if you look behind you, you see him kind of scurry off into the kitchen.
And the manager just like you see him like shooing him away, like go take your break. I'll take care of this. And the manager comes striding over to you at the table, Bloody. And he's like, I'm sorry about the conduct of my employee. And you see him, he brings you another beer and puts it on the table.
No worries at all, sir. If you'd like, I'd be happy to leave this behind the counter with you. I don't want to cause a stain.
No. I don't trust any of my employees with that back there. I have a feeling that they. I know that's probably not loaded, but I don't
chuckle
trust
and
them.
assure him it is not loaded, and I only have 21 rounds. And if anyone else happens to find a round for it, wants to try and shoot anyone, I'll pay them handsomely for the round.
And you see him sit. He's standing next to you. He's like, "So, what can I do you for? What are you here for? You're heavily armed. You're not going to rob us, are you?"
No, of course not, sir. I'm an explorer. I'm not a lowlife.
See.
I'm here to meet someone, apparently, in regards to a job.
Oh.
I'll kind of look towards the table with the two other noticeable figures at it and say, I kind of expect they might be here for the same thing.
Right, and you see him. Manager reaches into his pocket and he pulls out what looks like a memory stick, and he just places it on the table. It's like, that's the location of where you're supposed to meet your employer.
I'll kind of palm it nonchalantly and at the same time slide my essentially the remains of my money over the counter to him, because between the beer and a tip, that's gonna
So let me
try
ask
me
you
out
this:
right
you don't
there.
even have a do you have a credit stick reader, or do you just have the money on you? It's like, how poor are you?
I mean, I'm not
Because
like poor. I'm a pretty established
are you
figure in my
that
career
old
field.
school? And are you that old school of a guy that you still carry money, or do you actually have a credit stick?
I'll have a credit stick, but I'll also
Okay.
carry hard money on me with me, because
Okay.
you never know.
And you see the manager kind of nods and he's like, "Well, appreciate that, and trust me, what I got paid to give you that information makes up for the trouble. I didn't expect you guys would stride in like this, but should have thought about it more and maybe let my employees know.
Oh, that's
Let's
fair
work
enough,
on that.
sir. Sorry again for the fuss.
No problem. And you see him head towards your guys' table, off to the one with the other two members, and he gives you guys a memory stick as well, and he says, "I believe this is where you should meet your new employer."
Affirmative.
New employer.
Or potential employer, I guess. That's all he told me.
I assume you two are here for the same thing.
Far as I can tell.
Yes, so.
Alright, so you guys have memory sticks, and what do y'all want to do?
I'm gonna pound the beer. I'm not
Both
wasting
of
it
them?
perfectly. Yep, both of them.
I have to go back and get my shit.
Actually, I'll offer the second one to the other, the other one at the table capable of drinking a beer.
I'll just kind of
One that
nod
isn't
to
a
the
toaster?
glass that I have already.
Who also has a beer? Yeah.
Alright,
Appreciate the offer, then, man.
fair enough, and I'll just pound it.
I should have you roll something, but nah.
Eh,
it's
not
just-
for two.
That,
Pints of beer, that's
not for
nothing.
two. No.
No, if it was hard liquor,
Anyway.
then like 3 shots or more, then yeah.
Yeah, nah.
You know what?
Just like
So-
piss water. I'm not looking for.
Oh, it's just piss water? Is that
Yeah.
what this is? So
More
do you
or
want a
less.
third
Yeah,
one?
it's
Nah.
Fun.
alright.
By the way, I never caught your names.
I'll
Well, what's yours, buddy?
Mine is 13-9, 14-9, 13-1, 14.
hold on a sec. Can you go over that again, Minnie?
Affirmative. Mine is 13-9, 14-9, 13-1, 14.
Do you mind if I just call you 13 to make it easier?
Most humans
How about-
do.
B9.
That one's new,
Bingo.
but acceptable.
Calling the giant robot B9. Benign.
Yo.
That's a very misleading nickname. Alright, back in character.
Well, before
Um,
we go anywhere, I'm gonna pull my my little computer out, and I'm gonna go ahead and first make sure the memory stick's not gonna try and kill me or anything if we access it. Let's put it that way.
So you put it in the correct slot, and it's not gonna. It's not like it's a bomb or anything. It's just a
Also, not a computer virus.
no.
Okay. So what is on the memory stick?
So it is another location. It is for an office. It's an address for a office complex on this level. For a Spectre Industries corporate office. And you guys know, you guys do know about Spectre. So if you guys want to roll, what you remember, can.
There's just going to be a very soft sigh from
Ooh, cool.
me as I'm looking at the screen.
I
And
rolled
it's not
19.
necessarily going to be a happy sigh either. One of those,
Well,
here we go kind of
That's
sighs.
a good way to start the game off. Natural 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
I rolled 19. One less.
Fucking hell.
Paulsworth, or did you want to roll?
I'll roll for it. It's not going to be good. Let's put it that way.
So,
Which one is this that we're rolling?
you check.
Oh, what?
Check in this. What do you guys have for stats here? I haven't looked to look at all the stats again. Once.
A what check?
It will be a culture check, actually.
Culture. I got a 10.
I got a 2.
I got a 23 non-natural.
Okay, that was my total. My 10 is total.
Okay. And then you got a natural 20, so okay. So, you guys have heard, like, Spectre is not uncommon, like, especially you guys all being, using computers and stuff in your previous employments and things like that. Spectre Industries is the big tech company of the entire sector. They control for what you guys know, they control a lot of the telecommunication networks through a lot of the systems and like that. So they're very much, a lot of information and things like that. A lot of power. Think Google. I mean, it's basically what they are, is Google. What's weird is what your guys' background is really has, you guys, it's like meeting at a corporate office for Spectre Industries is very rare, especially for your guys' line of work, because none of you are really into the whole telecommunications thing. So, very odd. So you guys know that a lot of what they do too is they do a lot of production for like technology parts as well. So like processors, phone parts, things like that. So they have a lot of stuff under their umbrella. So yeah, they have lots of money. There's lots of power behind this company. It's one that you probably don't want to fuck with.
Fuck with it.
And you guys all know that. So. But yeah, and it just gives you guys an address to head over to that corporate office on this level.
Well, I guess we have our new point to go to.
So it would seem.
I shall meet you there. I will grab my stuff. I did not bring my weapon, as still did not catch your name.
By the way, they're still looking at you. Someone hears the robot mention weapon, and like everybody turns and looks.
It is
Like,
now very
everybody
awkward, and
just-
you are all being
Yeah,
stared
it
at.
is. Yes, and you see the employee that came back from having their latte now reaching for the phone and dialing somebody.
I'm gonna maybe lean over towards the robot and say, first of all, my name's Buck, and secondly, Ixnay
Shut up.
on Eppin's way.
I'll
I'll pause for a moment and then realize that he probably doesn't understand the Pig Latin.
Pig Latin.
And say, sorry, I'd keep quiet about guns. It's tough enough with
Hey,
me
Waller.
having one. They don't much like you.
Yes, Allsworth.
The phone a
up?
landline or wireless?
It looks wired to you. For some reason, the station still has wired communication. So
Interesting. Can I send some skittery boys on over to disable that there line?
I like how you're picking up an accent now too.
I can't help it. I have to knock that shit off. But yeah, can I direct a couple of my little buddies to run on over there and just quickly go snip snip? Oops, your phone's dead.
Well,
You could certainly try.
while he does that, I'd like to run wireless interference to block all communications outgoing from the
Jesus, I was
The
conducting the
restaurant.
most violent EW attack on a safe. I just wanted to cut the line.
What's funny is this whole thing. I'm sitting here looking at it, and it's like, but it's a wired connection. I need you to go ahead and make an engineering check for me there, Halls.
Okay.
Also, is that the name you're going with, or do you have a different name?
No, I'm literally sticking with the name that's on the sheet.
Okay. Okay.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you hear him like he's talking to somebody, and he's like, "Hey, is this 911? You know, Space 911 for Terminus is still 911."
He's asking
then
for
here's the
station
phone.
security.
Quick, what's the number for
Station
911?
Can I get station security, please? And then you hear the phone, like, from his perspective, the camera goes there, and you hear him talking on the phone, and just the phone dies. And he's like, hello? Hello?
Gonna kind of stretch and then be like, just quietly say to my guys, all right, we should probably go before security. We should probably just go. And I'm just gonna leave to go get my stuff from my my room and then head to the office.
Yeah, that sounds like a right smart idea. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I will meet you there.
Anyone who was paying attention
Minnie,
from my
you
group
said
Waller
you
would have
set
probably
off
noticed.
at Jammer, didn't you?
Yep.
Damn it, Minnie.
Okay.
I'll silence it once we leave the.
And for my two guys in my group, if anyone was paying super close attention, you might have noticed a couple of small-looking things skitter off of the armor and zip over towards the dude on the phone, and then come skittering back when I stretched. And
Can I roll to see if I saw that?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, well, that's perception, so I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you don't see it.
all right,
All right.
head on off to grab my stuff, Waller, and then I'm just gonna head straight to the address that was listed on there, assuming the rest of these guys are gonna meet us there.
Alright.
You guys are all heading out of the bistro then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm heading back to my room to grab my stuff.
Same.
Alright, do me a favor and roll me a perception check as you enter the hall.
All of us?
Yeah,
Yep.
if you're all entering the hall, roll me a check.
Wow, I cannot roll well tonight. We're about to we're
Shit.
firing this dice. I rolled a 6, Zach.
God damn it, I
I'm
did.
firing my die real quick.
Wow, really? 2 6s?
Yep.
Alright. Well, Waddy, what do you got?
Hold on just a sec.
Come on, Texan.
Perception 1, 18.
Alright, so I'm gonna 13 and our other friend there, because I don't think he said his name. You guys don't really notice anything, it's just kind of the general hustle and bustle. However, Buck, as you walk out into the corridor, you hear...
It looked like the signal jamming was coming from over here. Let's go check it out.
And you see two guards go into the restaurant that y'all just left from.
I'm going to turn and whisper quietly to my new baggage. Are either of you two jamming wireless signals?
Nope, not that stupid. It was a wired phone.
In a
I'm
very
just gonna just
low,
leave.
in a very low voice. That was there when I got there.
Yeah, I'm gonna detach and go get my stuff.
Turn it off, get your shit, and meet us where we're supposed to be. These guys are not happy.
It's already
I'll
off.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I have
disengaged it.
yeeted myself away.
And I'm gonna
And as
make
you guys walk, like,
make like a tree and
towards-
leave.
So are you
Guys,
guys, are you
you
guys
guys are
traveling at, I'm just gonna, are you guys clarifying, so, Hallsworth has held off from the rest of the group. Buck and 13, are you traveling together?
No, he's got to go get his stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're splitting up. So I guess we will, with the first person to peel off. Hallsworth,
Yo.
are you doing anything aside from getting your shit and getting straight to the location you were told to?
Let me ask this.
Oh.
Karen, did she stay in there or did she leave
Oh,
after we were sitting and talking
Karen's
there for a while?
outside. Karen's outside. At like one of these little like carts that are along the main kind of walk area of the station. So you guys like there's the actual like brick and mortar buildings, and then they have like little carts and stuff along the walkway.
Okay. So she's there.
She's at like it's like a sunglasses stand because sometimes with the bright lights being so kind of close to
Okay.
the sun sometimes.
As I walk by
He's
her,
looking at sunglasses.
as I walk by her, I'm just gonna detach some very friendly
Oh.
nano, and they're gonna kind of
Okay.
jump off, and they're just gonna kind of get her off, and basically they're gonna be trailing, riding along in her shoes, whatever, somewhere where she's not gonna notice that they're there.
Okay. And she's not paying attention, so
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not
just-
even
they're
gonna
just-
have you
they're just
roll
gonna
for
do
that.
They're just gonna do that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna proceed off to grab my stuff and go to Spectre.
Okay.
Okay. 13. Are you doing anything aside from grabbing your shit and going straight to your destination?
What other shops are around? Is it like just literally Walmart generic, or is it more specific, like,
So there's it's not more of like there's like it's a space Walmart. It's more of like that's the quality of goods that they're selling here. They're not high end. There's different. There would be different stores.
They're
and
boutique
stuff.
style
Yeah.
shops in the fact that they sell very specialized, their inventories are
Like-
very specialized to small,
Like a clothing
like
store,
one,
clothes store.
one sells
yeah.
clothes, another one sells communications stuff. It's all just, kind of basic, generic.
One's
consumer
Radio
goods.
Shack. Radio Shack
Yeah.
made a return in this. Stuff like that. So
Radio's
I'll
back.
stop in the Radio Shack. What do they got for electronic equipment?
Besides you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're selling like used phones. Like this is more like. Did you ever see? You've seen Don't Mess with Zohan, right? When they have the electronic shop. Okay, well, there's an electronic shop that they
going out of business.
going
I
out
have
of
not.
business. Everything's 80% off, and it's like marked up by 80% anyway. But it's basically like secondhand electronic stuff you see in the store. Like it's some of it's pretty high tier, but yeah, it's a lot of off-brand stuff in the store. So they're selling TV like television screens. There's a VR headset they have that they're trying to sell. It's like it's our new model that we make in house, and it looks like a piece of junk.
It's
Stuff
literally
like that.
if Dollar General made VR.
And of course, the other communication equipment. There's comm links. There's video recorders, stuff like that.
Can I buy? Well, are there like two radio things? Two just handheld radio type
Well,
pieces of equipment?
They have communication, like comm links.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
don't you already have one built in since
I do.
you're technically an android that is a robot?
Mm-hmm.
So.
I do, but I'm thinking I may need to communicate with a few other people now. Since I'm
Okay.
now aware that there's going to be two others with
Oh, you see the man behind the counter. He's a very, very nice, cheery Indian fellow trying to sell you equipment, and he's like, "What can I help you with?"
me. Hi, yes.
Thank you for coming out of business. How can I help you?
Greetings. How much for two communication terminals?
The full terminal, or full terminals are expensive. There's my robot's friends. Wow, I'm jumping all over the place, but whatever.
Come on, Indian.
Everybody's
Channel
got
New York
accent
City taxi
issues.
driver. Come on, man.
Yup.
You'll get it.
Channel tech support.
Hello, this is tech support. How can I help you?
Hello, this is tech support. How can I help you?
Oh.
Hello, my
There we
name is
go.
David. How may I help you today?
You're looking for full terminals. They're in the corner back there, and you see like these big, tall. They almost look like jukebox size. That's like computer terminal or a communications terminal. Like
Yeah.
this thing's big.
Error, misspoke. Communication processor seems to be slightly bugged. Meant handheld ones.
I sell those too. You want a new one? I sell those too.
No, thanks. I
He
don't trust
he
anything.
leans down below the counter and takes out just a loose processor and just kind of
Yes.
and wipes it off on his shirt and sits it on the counter.
It's like an Intel i7 from like this generation to like our generation. It's just sitting there. It's like this archaic thing. Oh, it's an
Very
antique,
good
but it
deal.
still works.
Very cheap.
Very good. It works.
Only 3 previous owners.
Is it quantum processor capable? Squared.
Oh, hell no.
So
I maybe later.
Okay. And he just throws it over his shoulder.
I
Okay.
How much for the handheld terminals?
Oh, we have these earpieces, and you see him pull out basically community comm-link earpieces.
He doesn't have ears.
Those will work.
I have these. Okay.
How much?
What kind of encryption are you wanting? I've got some other deals here. Do you see him pull out, like, he's got boxes and stuff he starts bringing out from under the counter. Like items that you can help you with, like, encrypting things. He's like, I've got this or that. Or what kind of deal are you looking for?
Which one takes frequency modulation encryption? 10 kilohertz to 100,000 kilohertz, preferable.
That's a lot, but this unit right here, and he pulls it out, and it's a little. It's like a little portable box. You'd like strap on some, like, you need a couple of units of them, which like 3 units would be like 250 credits, and then the headsets would be like another 50.
Shit.
So basically, it's a little box that you can actually plug the set into, and it will actually scramble it on the frequency, and then you just match it up. It's more of kind of like what a radio looks like now, but you can just buy the straight comm links with no encryption.
Negative. Don't need the transmitter portion to be encrypted, just need to receive encrypted messages.
Well, the only things I have are these, and he points to what he's already showed you.
And how much were those again?
Well, the whole thing, just for the box, was 250 credits. And then the earpieces were 50, but the earpieces wouldn't be encrypted.
Thank you, maybe later. And at that, he'll just leave the store. And head to go get his shit.
Okay. You get your stuff. Buck, is there anything you want to do before we meet back up on the way over there?
Nope. I got nothing
No.
to do.
Walk on over.
Yep. I'll just be looking around on the way over. Never been to Terminus Station before. Well, not for any extended period of time, so kind of enjoy the sights
You've
on
probably
the way over.
passed through a couple of times.
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
ship.
mostly just
that's about it.
Touristing while you
That's
go.
about it.
Yeah.
I mostly in the warehouse district, stocking
Yeah.
up on provisions, but that's about it.
So you get there. Hallsworth, is there anything else you want to do, or are you good to just move up to where we're at?
I'm good to just move up where we meet up at, if that's what everyone else wants to do.
That's where I'm heading.
Okay. And alrighty. So, you see the robot come running back with his gear. Now, where are you wearing your weapon there, Mr. Miniman, Mr. 13?
Well, based on the reaction he got when he even said the word gun/weapon, he put the weapon in the backpack.
Okay.
It doesn't quite fit. So the barrel's sticking out somewhat.
You put it barrel sticking out or barrel in the bag?
Barrel sticking out.
Okay.
didn't have much of a choice. Otherwise, it was gonna be like the obvious stock of the gun sticking out the top of the bag, and then he's just gonna put a something over the top of it to try and hide the profile so it's not obvious. Basically, a backpack with a cloth and a point sticking out of it.
Okay. Yeah, you still get some looks, and you see a couple of the officers from earlier at the restaurant watching you walk by, and they're just kind of standing there chatting about what happened, and you see them kind of eyeing you.
Errands for master. And I'm just gonna walk right on by.
Oh, that's handy cash. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
and
super
it covers
handy.
everything.
Send that to Brexit.
Will do.
But yeah. So you guys arrive out front, and this corporate office is for this level. It's pretty large. It spans like each level on Terminus is about 3 stories for like buildings, and you this one goes all the way up to 3 stories, and you don't know how far back it goes into the rooms, but it is a quite large office for just a small kind of corporate level office here. And you just see there's a doorway, and you see the lights turned on, and someone sitting at the desk at the front.
Greetings.
Older female, and she's kind of looking at typing on her computer.
Yeah. She looks up. Yes.
Pardon me,
I
miss.
Oh.
We're here for a meeting. I'll offer her one of my data stick since don't need it anymore.
And she'll take it and have a quick look at it, and then plug it into a little portable pad.
Seeing her accept it, I'll offer mine as well.
And you hear it beep a couple times, and then she kind of it beeps a couple times, and she looks up. Just have a seat, please, over there, and she points to the chairs.
I'll offer up mine as well then, so we can get this out of the way.
She checks each turn, and
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
she takes yours, calls with, and checks it. Go take a seat with him, and then she takes 13's and says, "Go stand in the corner over there."
I got timed out.
I'm gonna kind of stop and look at her, kind of confused like that. Like, why are we sitting over there and he's standing in the corner?
She pays you no mind and just goes back to typing on her computer. As it's the most thing in the world, apparently.
Did the server go down?
And
No.
you
So,
crash.
are you gonna go
Minnie.
stand Are you standing in the corner, Minnie, or are you? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna go take a seat as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
he
like
seems to
him.
have crashed and is resetting.
I'm gonna go sit then if 13's gonna go sit.
I'll mosey on over that way as well.
And you kind of get a couple of very, very pointed stares, especially towards you, Minnie, after didn't go tell her you didn't go where she told you. You kind of get the another almost Karen incident, and yeah, she keeps typing, and about 10 minutes later, you see a man, a little bit older. He's in his probably late 30s, early 40s. Graying, kind of balding hair. He's not completely bald, but you're starting to see he's probably been under a lot of stress. And he's wearing a very nice kind of, not quite a business suit, but it's he's wearing it's not super formal either. It's like just office clothing. So white shirt, he has a tie. Doesn't have a jacket on, but comes out and he's like, "Oh, I see you all have arrived. You all follow me, please. We'll get set up and we'll have a discussion about why you are here."
Affirmative.
And he kind of beckons for y'all to come back with him. And you guys get to the back and sit down in a room. It's leads you in there. It looks like a conference room. It's got a big table, bunch of chairs. Other than that, there's like a screen in the table, and everything else in this room is just barren. There's like no pictures. There's no bookcases. There's nothing. It is the table, the screen, and the chairs.
It's almost like an
Very-
interrogation room.
Yeah,
Thing.
yeah. And he motions for y'all to sit down across the table from him, and he grabs a chair, and you see there's a stack of folders on the table, and this thing's probably a good 2 foot high, probably, for a stack of folders and stuff. And which is weird because this is the future and they're still using paper is weird, but this guy has paper.
Hard copy.
So, yep. And he sits down and y'all have a seat, please.
I'll go up to one of the chairs and thunk my backpack down behind it, kind of sling the rifle over the back of the chair, and have a seat.
I'll do the same.
And you see him starts opening up folders, and he sits them down, kind of spreads them out. I have one question for y'all. Why do you think you were here?
To scan your hard copies.
I'll
He kind of chuckles at that, and he's like, "No, I have people that do that already for me. Don't worry about that. Why do you think you all are here?"
I'll shrug and say, well, I had assumed that you had the planet for exploring, but it doesn't quite feel like that's the case.
No, I don't, but that may be coming in the future, but right now I do not. And he kind of looks over to your character, Halls, and he's like, "Well, why do you think you're here?"
Did they give us any indications in the
Oh,
email
it's
that about
no,
anything, or but just why I'm
you
here?
have no idea.
I'm gonna kind of stretch, and I'm gonna kind of a little bit of a shimmy, kind of stretch, and look around there and just go, well. Although this is Spectre and you guys are rather skilled, I'm assuming there's probably some branch of computers where you either need someone disposable to take care of or some assistance with.
Well, you have the closest answer to what we're needing, but I guess I'll explain. My name is Agent Reynolds. That's what they call me by.
Agent
first name. It's Agent Reynolds. And he seemed kind of loose in his tie a bit. And my job is to help build security firms to assist Spectre in contracts and things for our parent child corporations and others that want our business. And you three have been lucky enough to be selected to be one of these projects by our company. So we have a mission for you. We want to see if you are worthy of this backing or not. He kind of looks at all of you, kind of waiting for your response from that, and he's measuring each of you up. Even the robot, he's measuring the robot up.
How tall is the robot?
Human-sized.
He's human sized. He's the same type as you are.
More information is required.
It's that is a little out from my usual fare, but I'm willing to listen at least.
Many different types of security protocols. Hostile, passive. What basic type are you implying?
I think Waller's on the phone.
No, it was an email. I was just making sure. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead. What did you say? Sorry.
More information is required. Many different security protocols. Passive, hostile, immediate data deconstruction upon detected entry. More information required.
Guy nods. Well, this wouldn't just be a one mission deal. This is something where you enter a contract with us and earn the backing. Where we give you contracts, you all go out and do them, and you guys make some money on the side. Eventually, possibly buy us out, and then you guys are now your own independent mercenary company. At least that's what a lot of people do with it, or whatever you want to specialize in.
Oh, I understand now.
The reason I'm not telling you specifics on your first mission of proof is I need to know if you all are going to accept this or not before we discuss details.
Very well. I accept.
He looks to the other two.
I'm gonna kind of lean back in the chair, thinking about it. I'll probably wait for the other party's answer.
Classified because we're going after military targets, or classified because corporate espionage is bad?
Both. I'll be upfront and honest, it'll probably be both.
And of course, you guys get your usual plausible deniability out of everything.
Of course. Technically don't work for us, you're an independent contractor. We just pay you and give you contracts.
Except
you-
we get,
we
but we
take
get
a-
to keep our share of things we
A
Fines.
percentage, yes, until you pay us off, yes.
And then does the contract continue to remain after we pay you off?
That's up to you. That's up to you.
How much percentage are we talking on salvage?
Any of your contracts, the way it will work is any of your contracted amount from your contract would be, we would deduct a 20% finders and payment fee for us, and you guys would keep 80%, and then any equipment that you need to use in the field. Now, if there's any other items that we can use for, say, our client companies, our child companies, anything like that that you find, we would request that you give those to us. I.e. information pertaining to anything.
So
Probably
we can
the
keep
Spectre.
hardware, you want software and development secrets.
Development secrets, information.
We get a finder's fee for that?
Depends on what it is. Possibly.
I'd want to hammer out the specifics, but
I'm in if
that's a good
that's the
start.
kind of bare bones deal.
So is that a yes from everybody? Got the robot saying yes, which, by the way, won't find any issue here with me. They're 13. Yes, I know about you. I wouldn't have put your name in if I didn't think you handle it.
Good. That makes it this easier.
It definitely makes it easier. Unlike the rest of the people on the station.
And you'll probably run into a lot of that, but you guys will need to work around that as well.
Yeah, there's ways to deal with it.
Affirmative. Like blocking wireless possible communications.
I'm gonna smack the robot on the back of the head.
Clank.
Blank.
Your hand now hurts.
Don't do that again.
Why are you humans all the
It
same?
was a landline 13. It was a landline.
The first call. The first call was. The second would not have been.
We only needed to stop the first one. I'm gonna look back at the guy. I'm in. What's our
Okay.
mission?
And he's looking to you now, Buck, and you're the last one.
Well,
Jesus! I turned you off too. Sorry.
Lol.
you definitely turned me off, Waller. You're not really my type, but
Ooh.
Oof.
No, my phone keeps
Soundboard.
going off. Anyway, go ahead, Bilotti. Sorry.
well, I don't expect to have much else going on right now, so sure, I'll give it a shot.
All right. And you see him pulls out a data kit very similar to that memory card, the memory stick very similar to what you guys have been using. He plugs it in, and you see him tap on the table, and you see a projector come out from, so like where the table's angled, it's not like dropping down, it's actually angled up from the table, like in the table, and you just see a projector on the screen, and it pops up this image, and he's like, well, this is your first mission, and we have a little bit of a problem with one of our child companies. They mainly deal in, let's just say, stock trading here on the station. They deal with a lot of the commerce, and there is a stock market here on Terminus, and they do a lot of trading with inside that market. Problem is they're having a lot of issues from competitors here on the station, and one of them in particular. And it gives you, like, if you want to look at the names and stuff, you can, but he doesn't really say. What we're asking of you is taking this memory card here, and you see him slip over another one in a small, like, yellow envelope. He's like, there's a memory card in there that we need you guys to install into their back systems and their computer systems. The problem is they're and you see the name of the company. I'll put it down here. So that's the name of the company right here. Is Oracle. He's like, Oracle's been one of our competitors for our client. We need you to go in and put this into their system to basically get a backdoor for our client company to getting information and make sure that we stay ahead of them, and also that they're not trying to steal any of our information or their information.
How covert do you want this to be?
I would like for Oracle to have no idea that we were there. That would be the best case scenario. But
I'm going to pointedly look at the robot. Not say anything, just
and he notices that, and
at
he's
the
like,
word covert.
Reynolds
Covert
looks at that and he's like, that might work in your favor though. Don't discount 13 here.
He's
Depending
the
on how
unseen
you guys
after
approach
all.
this.
Initial thought. Initiate hostile and obvious data breach. Then slip in and install backdoor while they attempt to deal with hostile breach.
13.
I'll let you figure out the details of what you have. I'll just get you the intelligence that we have.
Do you have any
What we
backdoors
know-
into Oracle yet?
No, and you guys would be the first one into that. That's what we're trying to get.
How much do we know about Oracle, Waller? Is that like a Spectre household name, or is that a
No.
local, regional powered startup?
Oracle is a competitor for basically the client for Spectre. They've basically got contracted by an unnamed company because the company doesn't want to be attached.
So
to
Oracle
this,
is
just
a
in
halfway
case.
big company then. They're a
For the
direct competitor
station,
to
yeah,
Spectre.
they're a they're a local competitor.
Okay, but they're not big like outside of the station.
No, the Oracle mainly just deals with the stock trading within Terminus. So, problem is, Spectre sees them as a threat because the more power they gain
Stock
here,
trading? No cybersecurity program? Like they're just a stock trading company?
Publicly, if you want to roll a history or a culture check,
Or ask Agent Smith?
or ask him, yeah, you can ask him. Can.
Like to ask Agent Smith that if that's all they are,
Mr.
stock
Reynolds.
trading, or if they work in like cybersecurity on the down low, or well, why are you so threatened by a stock trading company?
Well, you see, they do more than just stock trading here. What is your name? Just so everybody knows your name, Hallsworth.
Whoa! I wanted to see how long it was going to take people to finally like remember to keep asking.
Mm-hmm.
Whup.
Whup.
Wop wop.
Whoa, whup. Whup, whup, Commander, but anyway.
The fuck you call me?
Wub?
That's my word.
See, Whup,
Or you can call me.
Oracle
Fang,
has
if
a
you
little
wanna go
bit of a
that far.
shadowy underbelly that we know about at the higher Spectre level. The original contract was for our client company, which I will not name, to basically kind of try and get an advantage in the stock market. But when we did some more digging on our end, we realized that, oh, hey, Oracle's doing a lot more than just stocks. And that is a problem because we don't know who they're selling this information to, and we would surely like to find out.
So they're an intelligence gathering organization, then.
At least is what we're seeing. Yes, they're getting data from the Fed, American Fed, from local arms and arms manufacturers here on Terminus and other places, and they're selling information. We're even thinking that they could be selling this to pirates and things like that, which is a problem.
Problem for
Because
you
if there's
specifically.
Well, and if there's also, schedules for, say, freighters leaving Terminus and going to places, that information may become very premium, especially for pirates looking for scores and other people looking for scores.
Anyone made any contacts inside the organization?
No, we have not. This was put on our desk literally 2 days ago.
Hold on.
Ones were
When
rushing
did,
pretty quick to get
when
this
did we
done.
get our messages? Because
About a week ago.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask him that in character. So you got this 2 days ago. You contacted us about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did
That's
you
correct.
have something else planned for us before this came up?
Well, no, we didn't.
Sounds like this is
I guess
the
I'll
most
shrug
recent
and nod
fire.
and say,
And he looks and he's like, let's just say it was a gut feeling. And leave it at that.
Do you know who sells this information? And or how we can contact
Oh
this
yeah,
person?
we have a seller. Well, we know it's someone with inside Oracle using their internal servers. And we have seen activity from their servers into the communication side of things, but we really can't act on that now, can we?
May be beneficial to attempt a purchase of our own to establish communication with this group.
And you see Reynolds kind of looking at you like, that's up to you all how you approach this. Is there any other information that I can give you guys?
Yeah. Anything on Oracle that you haven't already told us?
Well, that they do have their servers are actually located here on Terminus, and he's like the information of that will be on the data that we give you. And he hands over another. He uploads it to your guys' actual personal like computers and stuff that you guys carry with you. So like your phones or whatever you have for your device should all be on the device. We just send it to you. Location and you guys need anything else, it's going to be probably on you to do the legwork on it. I just don't have enough assets to help you guys right now here on Terminus. We've been kind of busy with some other situations and some other items to take care of.
Any restrictions on what we can and can't do?
I would prefer not to kill anybody, but if you have to do what you have to do, then that's up to y'all to figure out.
Got it. No
I
restrictions.
should also speak of a reward too, shouldn't I? Your reward for this mission, to do this little favor for us is, of course, acceptance into the contract, and we will also provide you with a payment of 250 credits each, and also ship for you guys to use for future missions and stuff for us and other things that you guys need to do.
Is that ship going to be part of what we have to pay you back for, or is that ship simply
Yes,
on
that
loan
is-
until? Okay.
That ship is part of the reason why we have the percentage. Now you can pay more of it if you want, quicker, but
But once
we will
it's
be
paid
taking
off,
the
we
20
own the ship.
yes.
Alright, man, come on, you're on microphone with us. That should out.
That would be the dog.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, well, the dog, he says.
Stop doing
Yes,
that to your
Pup.
dog.
Ooh,
No, she's just wagging her damn tail because she's freaking.
wagging it
hyper-ass
against what?
freaking-
The fucking wall?
No, that would be the wood little. So I have a thing of wood under my table, so it doesn't, or under my chair, so it doesn't rip the carpet up. It's like a little like decorative like wood mat thing.
Okay.
So that's what she was hitting. Anyway, yeah, that's your reward for this this little escapade.
Alright, well, I guess we got a mission to plan.
Affirmative.
All right. And Reynolds kind of packs all of the information and all of the brick he has and puts it all away. He's like, I hope this is sort of a good relationship, working with us and working with you. I see lots of credit and good fortune coming your way. Hopefully, if this all works out.
Agreed.
And slides over the memory card with the with the backdoor on it. I would recommend not uploading that backdoor to anything other than the computer console that you want to put it in, because it will probably destroy your systems if you try to see what they did or see what we did. Our computer IT department's very good about making some good viruses, so I would not. I wouldn't mess with that if I were you. It's kind of nasty.
Quietly mass-produce copies.
I mean, good luck. And he's like, it's a one and done thing. Once you put it into the computer, it will wipe
Virus and it
itself
kills
from
it.
the memory stick. Yep. All right.
Suicide virus.
So He leads you guys back out to the front desk where you were, and you see the lady still working on her computer. What do you guys want to do from here?
We should go for a walk, find a place to stay, and plan this mission.
All right.
At least that's my thought process. I don't know about these guys.
Agreed. Let's go to the same bar we were at before.
Jesus.
Let's not say we didn't.
Let's not say we didn't. Where do we want to go, though? Anyone here still have a room on the station? I know I still have mine.
My closet won't fit all of you.
Still got a room? I'm looking at our sniper dude.
I do not. I'm pretty much broke.
Well, I guess we're going back to my place then.
All right.
Alright, so we're gonna walk back. On the walk back, Comrade Waller, I have a question.
Okay.
On the
We
walk
may
back,
have an answer.
Well, you may have an answer, you're right. On the walk back, is Karen still out and about any of the areas we walk through?
Yes, Karen is still out and about.
Interesting. I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
Oh boy.
Do you
Here
want
we
it
go,
on?
boys.
Do you want it on TeamSpeak or do you want it on Steam?
It does not matter.
Okay, I'll just
Pick
leave it to
one.
you since I know you're in Steam.
I think I have an idea what you're doing, and you're an evil bastard.
Who's Karen? Or do we not know this?
Karen
it
was the one that was
the clerk?
staring at.
She was about to talk to you to, say
Yeah.
something. You guys.
It was the
'cause
one
you were
that kind of
being-
came up to y'all at the restaurant and then just kind of like, I'm gonna hold my tongue
got
and
evil
walked
eyed away.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. I missed her that name. Okay.
Oh boy.
There you go, Waller.
Okay. So as you guys walk by, you guys are walking and you see a commotion going on as you guys approach where Halsworth or where Mr. Wupp is staying. You see a space the station ambulance. It's a small little. It's not even a full size like vehicle. It's like enough for two people to like really sit in. And
It's a long golf cart.
yeah, it's a big long golf cart basically. And you see a commotion of somebody's this large group of people standing around it, and you see two people like walking into the crowd like working on something. And then you guys get closer and kind of look, camera pans closer, and you see them putting a white, almost looks like a body bag, a sheet over the person formerly known as Karen, his body, as she
Fucking
had dropped
wow.
dead in the middle of the street.
Sudden deaths, man.
Sudden death. And they're loading her up and hauling her away.
As we pass by, can I don't know if I would actually have this or not, so I'll start off with that. If my character has it, I'd like to x-ray the body.
Your character does not have that. You do not have that upgrade.
Okay, never mind then.
So,
Then I'm just going to
Yeah.
comment with, yeah, humans so frail.
Yeah, you never know when life's just gonna suddenly, and you never know when life's just gonna suddenly, I'm just gonna snap my fingers.
Okay, Thanos.
Alright, well, gonna lead them into my room then.
All right, you guys are all in now. Wup's room in the smaller hotel. It's not quite it's not fancy by any means. It's like it's like the
it's a
Motel 6.
It's a Motel
Yeah,
6.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a Motel 6.
Yeah, it's a Motel 6.
Exactly.
But, out of
It is
character
literally
question
a
for
Motel
Bilotti,
6.
what was that
It
wow
is-
about, dude?
It is literally a Motel 6, by the way.
I have
it's
a
a Motel
sneaking
7.
suspicion you killed that bitch.
Copyright.
Say what?
Why would you ever think that, Bilotti?
Because I know you, Halsworth. Plus, there's the fact that it happened immediately after you messaged the DM.
Yeah.
That's on you, Halls, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out
Details.
there.
Hey, out of character. I don't care. They don't know in character. They ain't got shit in character.
Mm-mm.
He totally didn't send a little friend to block a certain blood vessel. No.
Yeah, that was an aneurysm. A douchebag
Anyway,
induced aneurysm.
what do you guys want to do for
He
planning?
was a dick first.
What do y'all want to plan for?
Out of character,
Violent
robot
invasion.
approves.
You're welcome, by the way. Talk shit to my robot buddies, get hit.
Let's
you know
keep
what I'm
on-
saying?
Guys, let's keep on
Yeah,
track, please.
plan.
We should probably
Plan.
plan on our attack on
Yeah.
the thing.
Don't look at me. I just read about planets.
Okay.
Well, worst part of this is we have to physically insert USB into their server.
Yeah. That's
no
gonna be a
other
pain.
communication way in.
Since this is a one-fire USB, I can't make a copy of it and do it a different way.
Most probable action will be to cause some distraction in order for someone else to get into server room. What is
Maybe.
everyone capable of?
Gonna kind of look at sniper dude, then the sniper rifle, then sniper dude, the sniper rifle, and back to the robot again.
Take a wild guess, Chrome Dome.
I didn't mean him specifically.
I mean,
I don't think sniper rifle will help with
Can I
servers.
see one of the rounds you have, buddy?
I'll shrug and open up the pocket on my left hip and pull out one of the magazines. Slide out one of the noticeably large rounds. And
Mhm.
Like, this thing's the size of
Offer
a
it.
50 cal. It's a big round.
It's a big
Like,
round.
Yeah.
It's the Moretti from 2142.
Hmm. Interesting. I'm gonna kind of take the round from him, and then you're gonna kind of just hold it in my hand and look at it. The round doesn't quite seem to be resting in my hand, and there's gonna be this swarm of just gray, black-looking things holding it up off of my hand and swarming all over the round.
What in the fuck is that?
And you'll see that they start taking the round apart and examining
Hey,
it and see
hey,
if they're recording information.
only got
They'll put it
21
back
of them.
together. They will put it back together.
Uh,
They're just taking measurements, that's all.
Nanites,
I'm just gonna kind of nod.
very useful.
Yeah, that's why I wish this wasn't a one-use flash drive.
that's a one-use bullet there, so if you don't put it back the same, one of us is not going to have a great day. I only got 21 of
Fucking
them. They're
great.
expensive as shit.
This is amazing.
How accurate are you? I'm gonna ask him that as the nano puts the round back together and I hand him the round back.
Better than you.
That doesn't answer my question.
Oh.
I mean, what are you asking for in reference? Like,
Let's say
I
that
can
instead
hit
of
things
shooting,
that I need to hit.
let's say instead of shooting bullets, we made something a little similar to this. And I'm gonna pull out one of the nano injection cartridges for my needle pistol.
I mean, if
And
it'll,
we had you shoot that into some
If-
electrical systems to cause a distraction.
if the ballistics are relatively the same, I can do that just fine.
What do you need for the ballistics to be the same?
I'm going to look at the bullet that he's still holding.
I was offering it back to you. You can take it back.
Oh, okay. I'll take it back and say, well, if it flies like this, I can hit. If it's gonna go all weird, I probably won't be able to hit. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It just needs to be aerodynamic,
So, like, same weight, basically?
more or less.
Same weight, same shape.
Yes, sir. It's got to withstand the pressure of getting fucking flung out of here at whatever velocity.
He's a sniper. It doesn't know the velocity of his gun. This is gonna be good.
I'm-
Great.
I'm looking it up.
I know.
Alternative and or secondary distraction as well. They deal with stock markets, correct?
Yeah.
We move them to a fictitious mimicked stock market and have their value crash.
Wow, freaking Mini's
That's
brutal.
not a bad idea.
That's fucking brutal. Holy shit.
That's all you hear is, not a bad idea.
That
Fucking
should cause a
brutal.
panic.
How do we access their systems to do that, though?
Holy fuck! 2,799 feet per second.
I don't think the Nano's gonna survive the stop.
Depends what you make it out of.
I don't think I can make Nano out of anything I can get my hands on that's durable enough to survive that stop. There's a lot of
I mean,
very,
you can
very,
go
very
look.
fragile, like, joints and...
Can you put a
Depends, you
squishy in the way before it hits its target?
You understand physics. I know you understand physics. You know that that's not going to work.
A human should
not
slow
at
the
that
bullet
velocity.
down to some extent.
Oh my god.
Just wait for a technician to cross by the designated target, and then fire.
Didn't Agent Smith say something about not shooting people?
I heard we
Preferably.
had preferred we could do what we needed.
God. This is literally fuck all meatbags party except Melati.
You thought you were saying that I was brutal, Bilotti.
Hey, that's him.
What? It's a good plan, I think. Cause the stock market to crash, or the fictitious stock market to crash on their end, causing technicians to run about, trying and everyone else to run about. Then Buck takes the shot through a human into the designated target, maybe slowing it down.
Y'all remember that part about they don't want us to know, or they don't want them to know that we was there?
Good point. Dead human in front of terminal may not be great.
Yeah, not so much.
Not to mention the big hole in the terminal.
On a certain trajectory that would probably be tracked by Terminus security very quickly.
Can you reconstruct it with less grain? Powder, propellant, whatever.
Look, as long as you can make a couple mock-ups that I can test out somewhere, I'll figure it out. So if it's got to be lower power, it's got to be lower power. And as long as I ain't shooting out, more than a click, I should be good.
I mean,
Depends on
where
if we have to
does
hit.
Yeah, it depends, and this thing's located very similar location that Spectre was, so it's a similar kind of building, so it's in the middle of the station.
I wonder though.
Do we have the plans for the building, or that the server's located in? Was that included in the USB?
That was not included, but you can get them.
Let's go ahead and acquire those real quick.
All right. Who wants to make the computer check for it?
The computer.
Probably not me.
Who wants to do the typey clickies for it?
I got this.
You got
Alright.
it, Vinny?
Yep, I'm
Can
rolling.
I assist him?
Yeah, I'll let you assist him for advantage. I'll bring that in here.
Cool. All right,
What'd you get?
well, I rolled an 18 with my modifier. It's gonna be 23, non-natural,
Plus 13 for the assist.
Yeah, so that is. This is the this table right here is your battle map. The battle map is the location of the corporate offices. These right here are the server rooms. They're not beds, so these are actually server rooms.
The ones we're interested
And
in.
the entries right here. Yes, they're in the back over here.
Do we
Those
know
3 rooms right there.
which one is our target?
He didn't specify. It could be any of them. It just needs to be uploaded into their system.
How do we draw on this board?
Use the draw mark on.
It may be
You need
drawing.
I
to
am,
use
but
it.
it's only drawing on the ground on the table underneath it. It's not
There we
drawing on
go.
the actual
I need to
board.
lock it.
Ah.
Why? There you go.
We only need to get into one of the server rooms, right?
Yeah, it just needs to go into one of the basically whatever's on their internal network. It needs to be into a port into their internal network.
Well, any computer in their internal network.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to get in the server rooms. We can access
No.
any of their terminals and drop it off, and it'll work.
Yep.
Oh, that changes things. So where all are their terminals in this building?
So there's some here. There's a desk right here, right there. Offices here and here, here.
Slow down. I can only box things so much. So I got one office. This is an office here.
And here. Yeah, those are offices too.
Where's their stock trading
And then
room?
there's one here as well. It's on a floor above this one. It's not here.
Oh, beautiful.
We have access to that as well.
No.
I don't think we need to.
It's an open stock floor, like it's a trading floor.
Yeah.
So anyone
Trading
could
floor.
like get in there.
No.
Well,
It's
a trading-
only traders can go in.
Yeah.
But
Can
it's
visitors get
also
tours
probably-
if they're looking at investing in a particular company?
No. Yeah.
they have to come down to the offices here.
Yes. Through the offices.
We don't need access to the trading floor. We just need to make the stock market crash on their end so everyone goes up to that floor and leaves this one alone.
So what's your plan to make the market crash?
I have to see if I can create and mimic the current stock market on Terminus and then mime it to their system and then make their value plummet. If I can do that and they see the one I'm mimicking, it should work. If not, another plan will be required. I'm going to start running the market match simulation right now on my end. Can I see if I can, just on Oracle's end, like create a mimicked version that they're seeing? Can I see if that goes through?
I mean, you'd have to hack into their whole trading system is what you'd have to do.
Makes it
So-
intense. It's hard fucking
and-
hack.
I don't intend for it to be perfect. I intend for it to create at least a questionable interface or a questionable situation, because I'm gonna basically have that line start going straight down like something big just happened. And if any trader sees that, even if it's only like, let's say they have, redundant systems monitoring it, even if one of them shows it, they're gonna start panicking and try to figure out what the hell's going on. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do. Not a perfect, I invade their whole system and now it's completely showing up as crashing, but even just like, oh shit, this may be a bug or it may actually be happening. We have to find out now.
Okay, so you're gonna. The thing is, though, for you to get the simulation, you're gonna have to get into their system to read it, right?
No, not for the simulation. The simulation, I'm just gonna mimic the stock market as like second by second as it's
Yeah,
going.
but
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
have to
have to-
force. You're gonna have to break their connection to the actual stock market to insert
And
yours.
you're
That's why
gonna
you
have to
have
send
their
your,
network.
and you're gonna have to send it to them too, through your connection.
We're either gonna need a server room, and then we just splice their connection across, or you're gonna need to simulate, the stock market like you're saying, but you're still gonna need to jack into their network.
You could literally hack in from the outside too, but that would be a lot harder too. Like they do have there is public information on a server coming out from Oracle because they have to send information out to their investors and stuff saying, "Hey, this is what your stocks did today."
Waller, where did we acquire
stuff
these
like
plans from?
You guys
Whose
got
hardware?
this from the public construction office on Terminus. Basically, they're the ones that build all the sub assemblies for the in the station internals.
Okay, so they built that. So that's where we got it from. Okay, if we have all that construction information, who installed their security hardware?
It was called Apex Security. They're actually a Spectre Systems subsidiary.
They're a Spectre
and they
subsidiary. Interesting. Do we
Yep.
have any contact information for our agent buddy?
Apex is actually defunct now. They went out of business about 5 years ago.
That doesn't necessarily matter to me. Do we have a way to message him or get any information from him? Or no, is my question.
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's a Spectre security hardware system.
Like it's not military grade, but it's pretty high end
High-end civilian
for
contracting.
Yeah.
Can your nanites carry in hijacked links?
They probably could. I'd need to be close enough to the building to maintain a reliable connection to them.
I'm just gonna turn
And that's
around.
also assuming so Apex installed all their hardware security, right? And there were no additional upgrades to the building security or anything like that?
Not in any of the official records, no.
Okay, so we'll have to get into their unofficial records to confirm it. But did Apex ever offer in the package that was installed in this building any kind of counter nanotech?
No, because nanotech wasn't really a big thing
when this building was built.
Yeah, and this part of it was like the system they use. They weren't expecting it. It was still kind of at the military level. It still is, but they have some of the stuff. But what you're talking about isn't really outside the military.
They're not going to be able to fry my shit like Spectre could.
No.
I'm just gonna turn around to Buck and say, "How do you feel like making an investment in Oracle stock?"
Fuck.
Lottie
died, didn't he?
I think
I'm
so.
here.
Oh. Are you thinking
he was
about it?
asking you a question.
Yeah, I got no idea. I just shoot shit.
Great answer.
Or in
I just shoot things.
in alternate words, how do you feel about going in, carrying the nanites, letting them do their thing, and then pretending to be a potential investor?
Honestly, a little skeeved out. I'm gonna look at the nanites.
Look, they're not that scary, and I'm gonna let them skitter off my hand and kind of skitter towards Buck.
I'm gonna I'll take a roll of paper or something.
I would not smack them.
I would not smack them either if they weren't coming near me.
They're just gonna be stopped, kind of standing nearby him, but they're not moving towards him anymore. I don't know why you're that scared of them.
They remind me of things that were similar in behavior and definitely a lot less happy with me.
I mean, fair, but these aren't going to do anything that they're not told to do.
Eh.
Going to have them kind of put on a lovely sculptural display of just random poses of nanotech on the table to kind of prove the point of they can't do anything unless they're told to.
I ain't
Like
been
the fish from, it's like the fish
Yep.
from like Finding Nemo, where
Besides,
they're like
everybody
doing the
knows that any of
arrows
the
and
actual
stuff.
dangerous nanotech is specifically locked military hardware. There's no way to get your hands on it.
Look, son, I ain't been exploring planets for 20 years by listening to people when they say, "Oh, don't worry, it's safe."
The you just hear the robot kind of chuckle, like, ha.
Saying it's safe.
He
I
has a
mean-
point.
I mean, fair. But come on now, it's not that scary. I'm gonna put my hand back down the table so the nano can move away from Buck and maybe make him a little more comfortable. Just kind of crawls back up so it starts its little shimmer movements on the armor again.
Besides, theoretically, all that is required is a wireless jamming frequency at their kilohertz frequency range to cease communication. Unless they have a built-in subroutine, they should just go dead.
You forget how quick they responded to the wireless jam at the cafe.
Hence why I haven't tried it yet, even though I'm curious.
Yeah, let's not and say we didn't.
Try jamming the nanotech, see what happens.
All right.
Don't
I
actually
reckon
do it.
I'll-
I'm gonna clarify and go, don't actually do it really quick after that.
Yeah.
But let's just say trying to jab this nano is not the best idea.
Interrogative. What happens
You
if
guys,
they run across the jamming frequency?
Are you aware of how seek and destroy missiles work?
Oh, they're safe, he says.
They don't harm biologics. They can do a number on computer systems, and the last time I checked, wireless jammers are certainly computer systems.
So they destroy the source of the signal.
Yup.
Do we know if there's any of that signal source anywhere at these building plans? All we need
they
is
find it,
loose
they'll break
wireless.
it.
That's the problem.
I mean, y'all can go in after hours too. You do have the schedule of when they close.
Yeah, break into the Oracle facility after hours. Great way to get shot. Actually, Waller, without conducting a full intrusion into their software, if we just kind of take a gentle look at their security systems, as it were, what does it look like they have
So
for
they
like
have
counter intrusion software and like things like that? If we say wanted to gain access to, I don't know, their circuit TV cameras and things like that.
they have like I said, it's corporate grade, like high corporate grade. It's not military grade, but it's pretty close. They do have a closed circuit system. You do see that was mentioned on there. They also have a wireless server for actual robot security system, and then they also have staffed on there, from what you can see, security staff as well. There's
A
a
robot
couple of.
security system, define that.
It's a wireless receiver for a short-range security system consisting of robot guards. That's what that is.
Straight robots or like androids?
Don't know. It just says it says a robotic system. Robotic security system.
Would be rare for them to have weapons.
You don't know if they have them, but they have the wireless capability of doing so. Also, that's what you found in the plans.
Okay.
That's something that Apex did. So All right, once you guys continue your planning.
How many nanites do you have?
Kind of get a snicker out of that one. How much material can you get me to build with?
I look visibly concerned.
I mean,
Can
you had a
they-
really bad run-in with tech, didn't you?
It wasn't tech, they were biologic, but God, they acted the same fucking way.
So what did you have a run-in with?
I'm going to just pull out my phone and like flip through an encyclopedia therein and offer it over to him, and it is the description for some RimWorld planet. Notably with my name underneath the author title card. And it's got a very like a hazard note, to avoid the planet due to dangerous insects. I'll just hand him that and not talk.
Okay, so reading it, what do I see?
A warning to not approach the planet because
Any details about what this warning is?
just bugs that devour biologic material and reproduce very quickly using it.
Oh.
Like
Oh.
It's the dominant life form on the planet at this point.
Oh.
Biological nanites, yay.
You're just gonna hear me go, oh, like 5 or 6 times. Oh. Then I'm gonna close the book. I'm going to give it back to him. Quietly make a note on my computer. and resume.
This is publicly available information. It's like it's in if you're looking up info on planets, there's a whole bunch of articles by my character.
No, I was making a different note. I was not making a note about the planet. I was writing down an idea.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh no. What have you done, Bloody?
Well, I was like, wait,
This is-
fuck.
Well, those are my plans, with the exception of having the nanites carry the USB stick in after hours and attempt to plug it in.
I mean, they could do it if we had enough of them. I'd
I'm
need a
guessing
couple of
you
days
don't.
to build enough.
And you guys don't have the materials to probably build enough right now. Probably can't
But we
afford
could
it
probably
either.
make the materials to build enough.
Do any of these computers, servers, or any terminal access point that's connected to this internal network, does any of them have like a wireless data receiver?
I mean, they have a big wireless data receiver in there for the robotic security system.
Not like general Wi-Fi, but like a wireless receiver for a specific point.
No, it's all
Okay.
hardwired in. They're kind of hardcore about that. You know,
What if we
it's
pretended to be technicians?
What missions?
What if we pretended to be technicians, like hardware techs, repair people? If we got a copy of their maintenance schedule and just replaced the actual technicians coming in to do the maintenance, and then as part of doing the maintenance, we quote-unquote upgrade part of the system with the USB.
I may have some problems with that. Unless they believe
I
I
mean,
am
if
with
they
you.
hire an outside technician to do the work and you're their assistant.
It could work. Do we know how long this will take to transfer to their system?
Sounded like it was pretty much instantaneous to me. So, Besides, if we're doing hardware work, plug it in when we get there and do the work, and then just leave. Break it out and leave when we're there.
Would it be possible for my character to literally create like a log in their system to basically say repair or upgrade techs will be coming in at this date after hours?
I mean, you guys can try and hack into it and put yourselves in there. If you can't, if you still look on the maintenance schedule and there's not anything for a couple of days, I mean, you could do that.
Let's not do that here, though. Let's do it from a public access area. That way, if something goes wrong, it doesn't get traced straight back to here.
Or do we know, with that USB that we got from Agent Smith, do we know who their technicians are? Like what company they've hired?
Not from the information that they've gathered. They didn't have a lot of information. They didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of the legwork.
Can we find
But
out?
that'd be something you'd have to do. Yeah.
I'm gonna go on spaceindeed.com. Is Oracle hiring?
Oracle is hiring
What positions are they hiring for?
technical specialists. Tech support.
Does Oracle allow androids or robots to work for them?
Doesn't specify yes or no on that.
Legally, you're not allowed to ask those questions. It's discrimination. It's against Title IX.
Okay, what about Google? What does literal space Google? If I Google them,
It's called Spectre. It's not Google. It's called
okay,
Spectre.
whatever.
It's
www.spectre.space actually fucking like give a good result if you look up reviews on the company and stuff.
It's all right. I mean, if it's out of 5 stars, they're like a 3.
So would they?
I mean,
but does anyone have any blatant mentions of they'd let robots work here, and no, they don't let robots work here, or blah blah.
I mean,
blah, blah,
there's.
I
some
feel like
of
there's
the
enough
very...
space racists in the world that someone would rage about them being robots there and
There's
quit
this
if there
one
were.
guy that worked there for like 2 years as like a janitor. It was super pissed that they had a robot security system that he had to deal with every night. Like, he'd walk in, and a couple of times he tripped up the system, and he almost got shot. Like, he talks about that. And he's like, this
so the
system's
robots do have
too...
guns.
Ooh.
Yes, they do. They have guns. So, and they have a bunch of other stuff too. He talks about, like, he had a big old rant about how he hated working here, and the conditions were not conducive for biologic, in his opinion.
Aha.
At least on the evening shift.
What shifts are they hiring the techs for?
They're looking for like kind of all 3 of them.
Any? Okay, so morning, noon, and night shift are open.
Can I hack into their already... So I don't want to hack into Oracle's network. I want to hack into their tech support's network.
Well, it is Oracle's network. They all work
Oracle
for
does
Oracle.
it in-house.
Oh, they don't contract out? Oh, fuck. Okay.
No.
No,
Oh.
but if all we have to do is get hired, any computer on their internal network would work, is what we got told. So.
By the way, I'm not RPing a job interview if you guys go that route. I'm just going to say you get hired
No,
or not.
I demand
Okay.
we RP this job interview.
I second.
In full.
Caller,
Okay. You got
I
this,
will
Cash.
do it.
You want to do it? Okay. Cash
Like,
will
I'll
do
do
the
the
RP
job
of the
interview.
interview.
Alright.
Okay.
Halsworth, you might want. Guys, we might want to take like a 15-minute break while Halsworth types up his CV.
I need to get a snack
Hang
too,
on a
so
minute,
that'll
hang
be
on a minute.
perfect.
Wait,
time.
I got this. Let me just text my girlfriend real quick.
Oh, God.
Hey, I need to borrow your CV real quick. You do it too.
And your resume. Right? Both of them.
I need all of your work application stuff for an RP to apply for a fake robot company to go through a fake job interview.
I want
And
to
she'd probably
screenshot
call me a
of this.
dweeb, and then she would probably call me a dweeb, and then send me the stuff.
I want a screenshot of this text message, Halsworth.
All right, if she's still awake.
Gonna come barreling on here, too.
No, she's not. She's back at her apartment. She doesn't have a computer. She's literally trapped away from this. She cannot stop this.
But she can watch.
Um,
It's live.
Assuming she's still,
Awake.
yeah. She
Okay,
might
well.
be.
But yes, that is an option if y'all want to do that option.
I mean, it seems like the simplest option, to be honest.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, nothing. Go for it, Cash. I'll let you pick them. It's all you, buddy.
Oh, God. What are you picking?
No,
I feel like Waller really is trying to stop us from going the get hired by company, infect company from within route.
I mean, dude, it's valid. I'm not gonna say no to it. So
he just has an entire encounter in there set up. We're gonna throw away.
oh, I
You're
do.
gonna go get a fucking
no,
job.
I do, and that's
I
fine.
mean, look.
this is
Espionage.
where that meme is like epic encounter, on the mountainside. I say we go under the mountain.
Yeah.
By the way,
Exactly this.
any pop culture references are legitimate in this for us too, Cash. So if you want to make any pop culture references in your questions, go for it.
Well,
It's
sorry.
all
Say
100%.
again.
All pop culture references from our current timeline are legitimate in this RP.
The
By the way.
timeline, he says. Alright. Well, I'm gonna look at it. I
Pepsi
guess
and
we have a
Coke are
lot
still a
of I
thing,
guess we have
by
a
the way.
lot of options in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we want to go with, guys? How about we send Buck in as a tech?
Agreed.
I'll be
My-
honest with you. I don't know dick about computers.
It's alright, we can teach you.
You're gonna get
You
my
have a
score up from.
comlink.
You're gonna get my score up. Yeah, that's why I'm a 2.
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
would do it.
I mean-
y'all.
Except
I can upgrade your understanding of computers, and I'm gonna open my hand with just a single nanobot sitting in it.
I'm gonna take the round that I've been fiddling with, and I'm going to chamber it.
the robot, I'm gonna just chuckle in the background.
It's a very awkward round.
Ha 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 ha.
I
Actually,
would
no.
do it.
It should just be ha ha ha. That's it. It's not
Just
even, doesn't even sound like
ha.
laughter. It's just the word ha.
So
No,
what's
the Magdark laugh. Mandark laugh.
what's the so what do we want to do then, guys?
Damn
What's
it,
the plan
Waller.
gonna be?
I have to go listen to that fucking laugh now.
Wow.
Come on, guys. What's the plan?
Fucking.
Or, side plan,
Why don't
I
you
could
go
attempt to crash the stock market for real. Would be
I just
simpler.
processed that. Crash stock market for real. I'll be right back.
Release false information about the company saying CEO involved in drug smuggling. Publish it. Watch stock plummet. Alright, well, he comes back. I'm going to take a break as well.
Yep.
I gotta grab a snack. Be right back.
I
hate
like the
all
job
these
interview idea. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was like so out of the box, man.
I was thinking about it earlier, but I didn't know if. But hey, I guess they came to the same conclusion. So fuck it, why not? I really think we should be sending Holsworth in because my character is really not any good with
Not
computer.
computer savvy.
He can type stuff up and you'd use word processing shit and submit things to publishers, but that's about it.
So
Doesn't know any
basically,
programming. Doesn't know any
He's
Or
qualified
computer
to
on
be a
right
secretary.
story.
and operate a ship's like control systems, and that's it.
Oh, what could go wrong?
Plus, I mean, pretty sure a background check on him would bring up the fact that tech really isn't his career. He's been exploring planets for 20 years. Like a lot of planets.
Your
Mhm.
planet. What?
Your mom's a planet.
Oh. So Waller, did you hear there's in California getting the first all-electric fire truck?
An electric
What?
truck full of water. That makes fucking sense.
I'm back.
Menlo Park.
Also, don't.
Of course it would be Menlo Park, honestly.
Yeah, it would be Menlo.
Rosenbauer. It's Rosenbauer.
Of course, that what that is like. Fuck you! You can't use a fucking ad blocker here. And I'm like, okay, then I just won't use your stuff. Goodbye.
That's what I do.
Wow, it's a freaking
Sorry if I
European
don't-
fire truck, too.
Yeah, that thing looks like fucking cancer, dude. Funny thing is it has a diesel generator on it.
What's the
Well, it's
point? Just
literally
run the
just
diesel! Run the diesel! For the love of God.
It can operate for more than 30 minutes. So basically, if it goes to a fire scene, it's gonna need to run its diesel generator.
God, what did I just fucking come back to here? Why
If
is
it's
that
Holy
rush
shit.
hour, it will get to the fire scene, and that's it.
first all-electric fire truck? Why did the first all-electric fire truck in the world come up?
California.
Yep.
Oh god, that looks stupid as shit.
And they're talking about it being able to go for a half an hour. Like it's a big deal. I'm like,
Oh,
what
that's
a
like-
worthless.
whatever.
you want
Cool
the really
idea.
funny part? It's got a diesel generator, so it's just
like a-
fucking. It's just hybrid fire truck.
Looks like a bus.
Dude, that's okay. That's a little different of an idea.
Yeah, but what's the point of making an electric vehicle if you're just gonna have a
Ugh.
diesel generator in the back anyway?
Oh, it's the world's first fully electric drive fire truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a diesel electric engines then.
Which
Alright, so
they
that's
need to
different.
work. They need to work on the tech a bit more for that, though.
Yeah, they need something called
Yeah, you
battery
need
improvements.
Fucking.
No,
Yeah.
you know what they need? Fucking gas.
Yeah.
It already works.
Yeah, unless you can store
If it
the
ain't
electric.
broke, don't
Alright.
fix it.
I don't know. I would appreciate not constantly being around diesel fumes.
What are we doing, kids? Let's get back
Yep,
on
no,
to the
everybody's back.
session. We're
I
all
think
back.
Holsworth is applying
I've
for a
been
job.
here.
Allsworth's
So-
applying for a job.
Is that the plan we settled on?
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
We're
Did
gonna
you
go
get
the
a-
technician route then.
Did you get that CV back?
Not yet.
Aw.
I think
Bridget's
she's
just
probably
asleep.
asleep. Yeah. Anyway, we'll say you submit your resume and you get a response back saying that there's there's open interviews at 9 a.m. station time tomorrow. And
Guess
that
I'm
you are
going to an
recommended
interview.
to show up, and yeah. And I'll let Cash take over the interview process.
Well, hold
If
on.
that's-
Hold on. We
first
gotta
I'll
go
say
shopping
since
and get him a
tomorrow.
suit.
What are y'all doing tonight?
Long rest.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Yeah.
Well, straight to long rest.
No, I'll have to go rent another room because I'm not, sleeping with some dude I barely know and a robot I barely know.
I thought you were gonna say I'm not sleeping with a dude who has nanotech.
No, that goes without saying.
That does not need to be stated.
I don't know why you're so scared of it.
Do I still have my closet?
Reminds me of them.
I mean, there's a closet in Hallsworth's room that you could use. In Wubb's room, I should say.
We'll run an extension cord in there for you if there's no outlet.
Yep. I'm gonna break his fear of my nano. They're gonna deliver him a birthday cake on his birthday.
Skitter, 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 skitter.
Plot twist.
Ah!
Plot twist. It has nanites in it. Don't eat it. The cake is a lie.
I'm not gonna eat it.
Rude. The Nana
Alright.
worked very hard to cook that cake for you. They have feelings too.
Alright, so, Buck, you're going to find yourself a room?
Yeah, presumably in the same building nearby, if they have any available.
It's one across the hall. So
There you go. I'll go to sleep across the hall.
yeah.
Do we need
Anybody
to
else
go
do anything?
shopping, get him a suit or anything?
It's up to you.
I mean-
Shit, what do techs normally wear to interviews around here?
I mean, you don't know. You unless you've been on the station for a while. Most of it's mostly suits.
Do you have a suit, Holsworth?
Nope.
Hold on a minute. Equipment. Oh no, I only have travel clothing. Unless you want to show up in a spacesuit.
No. I would rather show up wearing my body armor I usually wear at that point.
I could just literally for somebody in a spacesuit showing up for a job interview and sitting
Huh.
down.
I'm here for the
I
interview.
mean, massive fucking Titanic balls if I showed up wearing that. I'd probably get hired on the spot depending on my interviewer.
Like the helmet and all too, not just the suit, like everything. You just like the
Yep.
full blown setup.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't show up in armor. Can you take the armor off and do you have like BDUs underneath at least?
That's not gonna happen. We're just gonna keep wearing the armor.
Okay. Well, that's it for me then.
All right. Anybody want to do anything else before the evening is done?
I'm gonna
Get my fucking
experiment.
sanity back.
I'm gonna. I take it the stock market is still open on Terminus at this time of night. or
It
day?
closes. It's closed by now.
Fuck. Okay, never mind then.
Do not get arrested hacking the stock market in my room.
I wasn't gonna hack it. I was just gonna release some false news articles about a random stock that I picked and see what happened and if it instantly fell.
Okay, that's fair.
Because then I could do the same thing. I was basically gonna release a small article, but it's closed, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm just gonna plug myself into the nearest outlet, and yeah, that'll be it for me.
Low power mode activated. Right.
Pretty much.
So they're all asleep and shit, right? Well,
Yep.
They both
Yep.
are. So, and Minnie's like turned off.
Yeah, I mean, I got
Like, how do you
sensors.
sleep when you're in the closet, Minnie?
Basically, yeah.
Really? I thought
Okay.
Minnie'd been out of the closet by now.
Waller,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the closet door.
Okay.
Wait,
I
shut
am
it,
scared
and Minnie
of the
can't see
dark.
out of it. Okay.
Okay.
And Bilatti's like out in his own room and everything else and shit, right?
Yep. Yep.
I'm sleeping, yes.
Okay.
It's quiet.
He's playing.
I'm messaging Waller on TeamSpeak real quick.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Gotcha. No, that's fair.
Yep.
In that case, with the door shut, I'm just gonna go ahead and rebuild some of my lovely extra friendly nano, as we're gonna refer to them from here on out, to replace the ones that traded themselves for the glorious revolution.
Okay.
Karen, no.
All right. So
So
you
we're
work on that. Roll me
Okay,
an
that's-
engineering check, and then we'll go on to cash.
Engineering is 19.
Okay. So you'll replace the ones that you want to replace.
Yep. and then I will
And-
settle myself down for the night.
All right. Cash, it's all you, man. Let you take it
All
from
right.
here.
You wake up in the morning, you're still in your room.
That
Good.
sounded rapey.
I'm glad. I occasionally wake up in someone else's room. It's terrible.
I mean,
if
is there
your
a
name is
lady there
Brexit,
with
it
you?
happened.
Or another
To wake up in
continent.
somebody else's room, but it's a hot chick, I'd say that's a benefit.
She could be crazy though.
Different planet.
You've probably done that once or twice, haven't you, buddy?
You'd be surprised.
Anyway, what are you doing?
All right. Well, I'm gonna resume from low power mode, and just because I have to say it this way, I'm gonna come out of the closet.
Congrats,
Good
Minnie.
morning.
Someone's gonna have to. If anyone is watching this stream for whatever reason, please clip that.
It may not
Nobody
even
watches many
caught.
streams.
I know, but I
Exactly.
can dream.
I'm so sorry, Vinny.
You're not wrong. And it's also clipping out hard.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Good morning. That closet is small.
Yeah, it's a good morning, I guess.
Yes, it's a closet.
Maybe you shouldn't spend so much time in one.
Come out more often.
No, thank you.
Is that what this is gonna turn into? Is this gonna
Yes.
turn into Is this gonna turn into two
Every
retards in space
long
and the
rest.
gay robot?
Every long rest.
Every long rest, we're gonna come out of the closet jokes.
I have heard that one before.
Oh, good. Actually, I'm still in my room, aren't I? I'll just come over and knock on the door once I wake up.
Come in, even though it's not my room.
Okay. I guess I'll let myself in.
Well, it's kind of hard. Did you go open the door for him, 13?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I walked up and opened it.
Or are you just going to let him?
in.
Okay. All right. Continue.
So, is you ready for today's adventure? Wait, sorry. Good morning. You ready for your interview?
I suppose.
Well, better you than me.
I mean, we can always swap.
I
God
would
forbid
do
they
it.
ask me a technical question.
I mean, look, something can sit in your ear and feed you the answers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not on your life, son.
I would do it, except I'm not known for friendly, normal communication.
I'm
Yeah.
beginning to notice that.
.305mm recoilless rifle. Is that what Pilati has? He shoulder
Almost.
fires that? Is that Pilati's weapon?
I want him to go on the interview with that.
That is ridiculous.
Oh, my fucking internet. Hang on.
How was my internet better than yours, Minnie?
Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
There we go. Because I had to plug it into the outlet instead of, the fucking... Power strip. I had it in. So now my internet will be fine. Holy shit, that's a big cannon. Damn.
Holy shit.
What?
So the guy who designed that 305 millimeter recoilless rifle, mounted it on a destroyer. That is a destroyer that is on. Just for size comparison. And he was executed 2 years later, charged with designing poor weapon systems.
Wow.
They executed him for that.
I'm
Damn.
not fucking kidding.
That is an excellent weapon system. I don't know what they're talking about.
Anyway, back to the RP, kids.
My fucking sanity is starting to slip, not gonna lie.
I think we'll probably get this interview done, and then what do you think, Waller? Call it for the night?
Yeah, we'll call it.
That's probably good, because that's gonna hit about
Yep.
4 hours. That's about the max my brain can take.
Yep.
We've been live for about 2.5.
And by the time we're done, it will be the max we can take. So you guys, are you guys heading to the corporate office?
Yeah, we'll do the interview.
Am I
Alright.
coming along with you?
I suppose you could hang out in the area, yeah.
Very well. I will remain quiet unless directly asked a question.
Let's go with that.
He's literally going with you into the interview. This is gonna be great. Did you?
All right, so you guys head down to the Oracle corporate office, and you walk in, and there is a receptionist sitting behind the desk, and she looks up. Oh, hello, can I help you?
Hi, yeah, I'm here for an interview.
Your name, please.
And I give her my name.
Okay.
Wop.
I will let them know you're here. Just take a seat over by that door.
Sure, thank you. Over there and take my seat.
I'm
Alright,
following.
so,
are you with him in there in the building? Did you go in with him?
Yep, I'm following him, not
Okay.
saying anything, just following him
And-
directly.
if you were paying attention, you noticed that she did kind of look over at you, 13, but she didn't say anything to you or address you. As far as she's concerned, you're just,
An
you
assistant.
know, something that is following, she paid you no more mind than, a bag that somebody would be carrying. Just look at it, see that it's there, and then don't care.
Alright.
She gets up from her desk and walks through the door that you're sitting beside. Comes out a moment later. He'll be just a moment. He's in a conference call, and
Fine.
she continues her way back to her desk and sits down.
We wait patiently.
You guys wind up waiting about between 5 and 10 minutes, and then the door opens, and out walks the biggest corporate weenie you've ever seen.
Oh god.
Like, this
Like
guy is yuppie distilled into a physical essence.
Oh god, okay.
He's wearing like a toupee, has this gigantic
Okay.
business smile on, and he puffs his chest out and he sticks his hand out to you. Good to see you. Welcome to Oracle. If you would join me in my office, we'll get this interview started. I hope you're excited, because I certainly am.
I'll shake his hand when he offers it, and I'll follow him.
Right, so he pulls a seat out for you in front of his desk and takes his own seat behind his desk.
Okay, I'll take my seat.
Okay, I'm just looking through your CV here really quick. All right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, so we have a few interview questions that we need to go through. The whole song and dance, as it were. I hope you don't have any mind with that, do you?
No, it's not a problem. I understand.
Yeah. All right, so what makes you choose us here at Oracle?
This is an entry level tech position, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been looking to get into a little bit more of a better entry level tech position, as you can probably see from my CV. I've floated from a lot of really entry level positions, and that's what it would reflect. Is just like he's getting into tech work. It's like, it's clear that based on education and everything else, hey, he could take an actual entry level position, just hasn't been able to get one. And I'll just kind of go on to talk about how the Oracle company has, interests me in their tech work based on what I was able to find out about them online from the work environment and the kind of just, hey, they do a lot of stock and market trading, and kind of interests me to be able to support a finances company.
Yeah. Okay, interesting answer. Yeah. Types of his computer for a sec. Then he turns back to you. So, I see you have a mechanical one with you. Is he for any specific purpose, or?
13 is just an assistant of mine.
Oh, excellent.
Does a lot of, he can help with a lot of tech work and things like that. He's programmed to, provide general technological assistance and things like that. Nothing out of, the ordinary per se, but, when it comes to minor tech work and, helping install or repair things, he can be pretty useful just from either holding parts to helping execute different commands if I need to be doing other things at the same time. It stops me from having to pull, a bunch of other techs out of working on other projects to just come help with something simple that, if I just had one extra hand, I could resolve.
Okay. So, next question. Here we are. What is the temperature when it's twice as cold as 0 degrees?
Zero degrees.
Uh-huh. And, how do you think you would react if you were transformed into a fish?
At these questions, I'm gonna start internally writing that that that
The simulated crash.
Ready to crash the market program.
basically, yeah. I'm gonna something doesn't feel right. I'm gonna immediately start, scripting that news report of the
I mean, I guess that
CEO.
depends. Am I the big fish or the small fish? Because if I'm going to get eaten, I'm probably going to be really, really worried. Alternatively, I'm not going to be able to really think about that because, well, I'll be a fish.
I like your answer. Alright. So, the... Oh, where did I put that next one? I had a really good one.
Did you just
But
go,
I
pull
find
up
it.
a bank of psych profile questions that were stupid and go
No.
from there?
I would like you to explain to me quantum electrodynamics in 2 minutes, starting now.
He explains quantum electric
Yeah,
dynamics to you.
that's what we're going with. We're going with the simple explanation of it.
And he just kind of smiles and nods as if he knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, he's like, oh my god, that went over my head fucking quick!
And
Okay. So I have a hypothetical here for you. Are you ready?
Sure.
You're given 2 eggs. You have access to a 100-story building. Eggs can be very hard or very fragile, which means they may break if dropped from the first floor, or may not even break if dropped from the 100th floor. Both eggs are identical. You need to figure out the highest floor of a 100-story building an egg can be dropped without breaking. The question is how many drops you need to make. You are allowed to break 2 eggs in the process.
Fuck, dude, you're making me actually do fucking math. Are you shitting
Dude,
me?
that one's so easy. It's so easy. Can I tell him?
No, no, no,
Out
no,
of
no.
character.
Velati.
Let him
This
figure
fits
it
for
out,
my
Vladi.
character. My character actually has to do this math. Like, he's not a... Well, you should have done the thing.
Yeah, if I'd have done it, we'd have lost me on the last question.
Jesus.
Out of character, it took every ounce of strength I had not to respond to that electrical,
Electrical one.
13 begins visibly vibrating with desire to answer.
Basically. That was... he quelled it. There's no problems, but he'll blurt the answer out later.
One more, I guess.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah, I know the answer.
I didn't even hear the question.
Velati's like, nope. Please, no.
It was so fucking easy.
Got an answer there, Halls?
I mean, if I want to sit down and do the actual fucking math, which I really don't, I could probably do it. I know what formula I would need to use to actually figure this out.
No, you retard. Listen to
Wait.
the question.
Do we need to say the question again?
Yeah, say the question again, because
You are
I'm
given
treating this
2
as an actual
eggs.
math problem.
You are given 2 eggs. You have access to a 100-story building.
Yep.
Eggs can be very hard or very fragile, which means they may break if dropped from the first floor or may not even break if dropped from the 100th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Both eggs are identical. You need to figure out the highest floor of a 100-story building. An egg can be dropped without breaking. Question is, how many drops you need to make? You're allowed to break two eggs in the process.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm with Velati. I think I get it.
Halls is actually thinking about this.
Well, because it's an actual legitimate, like, math solved riddle. I've
Not
heard of the riddle,
not
but I've
really.
never actually approached with it, unless you're just going with a different one that's pretty much exactly like the egg drop riddle that I've heard of before.
Well, Bloody, what's your answer then?
Are you sure you don't want Hallsworth to figure it out?
Hell, he's gonna sit here all night trying to figure it out.
In
I
the
think.
interest of time,
Yeah,
just
fun. Bloody.
So you
Oh, there
drop
go.
you drop one egg out the first floor. If it doesn't break, you pick it up, go to the second floor, drop it again. Just keep doing that until it breaks. Then you go back down one floor and drop the other egg. That whatever floor that is the highest.
Right, but wasn't the question, Zach, specifically to figure out the minimum number of drops needed to make?
No.
Or just
How many drops you need to make.
Oh, just
It's
how
how
many?
many
Then
drops
you
you
just keep
make.
going up like
Yeah.
that. But if you want to do it in the minimum number, you actually have to sit down and do the fucking math on it.
No.
No, you don't. You just count each one and then add one when you go back down a floor. That's however many.
I misunderstood the question entirely.
Yeah, I thought
Alright.
I thought he was literally implying what's the minimum number of drops? Like, what floor would you have to start on to get the minimum number of drops?
If you want the minimum number of drops is 1.
It's true. You go to 100th floor and drop it.
That doesn't confirm if the egg breaks or not, unless it just bounces on the 100th floor. Then hey, it's fine.
Yeah, anyway, arguing semantics here, we can save it for after. Anyway, last question. Go ahead, Cash.
So actually, there's 2 more questions.
Okay, you got 2 more? Okay.
Yep. So, if you were shrunk to the size of a pencil, say this one, he holds up an average size pencil, and put in a blender, how would you get out?
Very carefully. I mean, do I have to get out alive, first of all?
I mean, alive implies you get out.
Is the blender running?
The blender's running. I don't think I'm going to survive the fall in.
How do you get out? In a cup.
I mean,
Or
you've
the
already implied that you
dishwasher.
need to get out alive.
All right. Well, last question. How do I rate as an interviewer? And he
is
just
he
gives this big expectant smile.
Is he asking? Are you asking like on a scale of 1 to 10, or like what's my rate? Like, what's the rating scale on it he's giving me?
He just says in general, like how does he rate as an interviewer? And he gives this just great big expectant smile, like you're gonna tell him that he's the best thing ever.
9.9 out of 10 because you didn't offer me a glass of water when I got here.
Yeah, well, I'll play the political office game, and I'll be like, it was a pretty good job as an interview. Some interesting, pretty stumping questions you asked. It's a unique way to do the interviews there.
Why, thank you. Well, I think it's safe to say that you know your stuff.
Wait, one more.
You
Cat,
sir, are
Shut the fuck up, Minnie.
hired. And he reaches over his desk and offers you his hand to shake.
I'm gonna grin and I'm gonna shake his hand and thank him.
And he sits back down and he reaches in and pulls up a pad and a stylus and slides it over to you. If you'll just sign here.
Glance over the form and stuff really quick. Is there anything out of the ordinary? Is it just the normal, like,
It is
I'm agreeing to be hired
literally
form?
a boilerplate, companies protecting itself from, basic legal action, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, the usual, like, if I get hurt in the course of my duties, blah, 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 blah. It's not like you have to work X number of years binding contract kind of thing.
No, it is just a boilerplate, thing thought up by
Don't do
5
bad
lawyers
stuff,
locked into an office for a week.
Yeah, it's the usual. It's the usual. If you get hurt on the job, it's not our fault.
Exactly.
Go to workers' comp.
Yeah, he goes,
then I'll
sign
sign
here,
that.
and then he flips, sign here.
Same thing on that one, I'm assuming.
Flips, and this goes on for what seems like 15 minutes.
I'm gonna keep making sure to read it just to make sure I'm not getting sucked into anything out of the ordinary.
Make me a... Give me a general perception check.
Good. That's a 9.
Yeah, no, there's nothing at all unusual. It still seems like it almost seems like it's just the same stuff being repeated over and over. Maybe just slightly different. It's legal jargon. It's really annoying.
Can I see that document from where I'm placed?
You know what? Make a perception check.
Alrighty. 6.
Yeah, from where you're standing, the resolution of the display on the pad is just kind of not quite good enough for you to zoom in on and read.
Okay.
But yeah, after about 15 minutes, you get through all of it. And at last here, and once you sign it, he takes the contract and stands up, tucks it under his arm, and I will get this over to HR. You can, well, if you would like, you can start immediately, or you can start tomorrow.
I think I should probably take a day just to make sure I've got everything in order and ready to start working. Do I need to get anything taken care of before I leave for IDs or anything like that?
We'll cover that in orientation.
Okay, cool. Thank you. What time is orientation tomorrow?
Well, it's whenever you would like to start. If you want to start a day, or if you want to start tomorrow, well, that would be at opening time.
Okay. So opening time tomorrow then?
Indeed. And he, gives that big, flashy corporate grin.
Yep.
Again, my God, that is smarmy.
Yeah,
And he just kind of shakes your hand and sends you on your way and tells you that I'm just going to run this down to HR.
All right.
And I think we will end it there tonight.
Yeah.
So
I'll
congratulations,
sign my
you just
fucking
got
soul
hired.
away, I swear to God.
You just got hired by the smarmiest man in existence.
You know what? As much as it kills my soul, and he's probably going to be Karen'd later down the line.
and let's not kid ourselves. Nobody's gonna miss him.
He's probably going to get super Karen'd. I'm going to be real with y'all. And Waller knows what super Karen'd means.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, hey,
That was
Bilotti.
a fun little session.
Hey, Bilotti.
Yes.
I know you don't like nanotech, but how do you feel about wandering dead bodies?
I think there was a
Might
plan
want
for
to
that.
bring the string down, Minnie.
Alright, stream coming down.